निकिता मैम, आर यू देयर?
Yes, sir, I'm there.
मैम प्लीज स्टार्ट कीजिए.
Good afternoon to everyone present here. I, Nikita Khandelwal, welcomes you all on behalf of RFI. In every day, there are 1,440 minutes, and from that precious 1,440 minutes, we just want your only 60 minutes to make them more precious and unforgettable with our today's expert and RFI team. So today it's day third of our training program, and today's topic is understanding role play methodology for innovative teaching. Today's Professor Matthew MG is our subject expert who is full of knowledge and will guide us with his knowledge. But before we start our program, I just want to throw light on Professor Matthew's education journey. He holds a bachelor degree in literature and development economics from Calicut University, Kerala, as well as a bachelor degree in religion and philosophy from Sirampur University, Hooghly. He received his master's degree in English language and literature from Devi Ahilya Vishwavidyalaya and completed his B.Ed from IGNOU. In addition to education and teaching, he has 14 years of experience in teaching. At present, he is giving his services as a professor in St. Paul Institute of Professional Studies, Indore, and doing PhD from DAVV, Indore. If we talk about his interest or area of concern, he has a great interest in literature and society. Sir, we heartily welcome you in our training program.
Thank you.
Please start, sir.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are completely audible.
So, good evening, all the pillars of the Research Foundation of India and all the
Good
participants
afternoon, sir.
who have joined from far and wide. So, let me, first of all, I thank RFI for giving me a chance like this to participate and even take a session on faculty development session that is on role play. And we have been going through different methodology of teaching, and I am given the topic that is role play. Okay, so I think I can share the screen. Shall I share the screen first? Is it visible?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay. Okay, so in this faculty development program, my topic is understanding role play methodology for innovative teaching. So what is a role play? So you all must have heard and you all must have been using in your teaching methods role play as a method of teaching. So role play, the word role play itself, we can understand that yes, there are two words in it. One is role, another one is play. So simply means it's an acting part, acts a part. Or we can even say learning by doing. Learning by doing. So what we can do as a role play? Yes, as a teachers of language and literature, role play help us in learning languages, or even for presenting a play or drama or the extract of these things. or even a story. Even in other subjects like commerce and management, also we can use like life-related cases, situations. Also, we can use as a role play method. And another important fact is that it's a very traditional method. Role play is not a very new concept. It has been in use since ancient time. You know that in India, we have been using a lot of stories to teach people, right? Have you all heard about the story of Panchatantra? Hello? Yeah. So Panchatantra story is like that. It's the background is like this. When the king uh, saw that his children are not so good in learning, so king came into a tension because in king rule की जमाने में ऐसा था, अगर king rule करते वक्त अगर उनके बच्चे इतने अच्छे नहीं हैं, if they are not very smart, there is a problem of continuation of the heredity, that future kingdom may go into someone else's hand. So king राजाओं के बच्चे भी smart होना बहुत जरूरी था. So you know that Vishnu Sharma is the writer of Panchatantra story. So Vishnu Sharma was asked to teach the children. So many other teachers came to teach this princess. But what happened? All of them were so much fed up. They do not know how to teach these children. So Vishnu Sharma took a new method of teaching through stories. So here, stories means it's not just stories of human being. Here it is fables as well. You know fable? What is the meaning of a fable? I think if you can say. Fables. Can anyone say what is a fable? Have you heard about fable? Hello?
Person in a form of animal?
Yes, fables are the stories in which animals are the main characters. So पंचतंत्र स्टोरी में आपको सबको पता है ना, वो मगरमच्छ और वो बंदर की स्टोरी सबको पता है. So here, why this different way animals are used? Because at the age of children, they are able to understand. If you go to schools, also smaller classes, teachers teach with objects because children are more into visual, and through animal characters. If you want to teach alphabets, we need to use that, right? So Vishnu Sharma also used the story of animals to teach children, princess. So same thing you can find even in England also. English story, there is a famous story called Aesop Fables. Aesop Fable is also similar of Indian Panchatantra. And not only Panchatantra, even Hitopadesh, other stories also have been used in teaching the generation. So what is a role play meant is to act it out, to showcase. First, the teacher is teaching the chapter, and the next time he is asking the children to enact. So here learning become more deeper. Role play help us to learn the things more deeper. So why do we use role play method? There are different levels of learning. You all know that knowledge का भी अलग-अलग, learning का भी अलग-अलग level होता है. There are different levels of learning. First one is knowledge. Knowledge means we are not that much in deep into that. Knowledge is coming from the word know, janna. So knowledge, I'm sorry. So knowledge is a word that is, suppose you, if you go back 10, 20 years before into our Indian schools, suppose if you want to teach about America, so America, so we may not have visual methods, we may not have internet. Okay, we did not have YouTube videos or social media to study about America. So we just heard it from some books or printed books. So we just heard about America. Far away, there is a country called United States of America. George Washington was the first president of United States, and there was struggle going on. Abraham Lincoln was there. So Columbus discovered this continent. Many things we just know. That is knowledge. After some times, when somebody is going to United States, maybe when you come to our age, We can learn about America through videos, through video lectures, through YouTube, through social media, or even we can take a flight from Mumbai to United States, maybe to New York, and we are visiting New York. We are going to different cities of New York, like Washington, Chicago, and different states of US, California, Pennsylvania, and different states. Now, our level of knowledge about America has gone to understanding. है ना, knowledge से भी आगे चले गए. Knowledge we have just heard about it. Understanding इससे भी deeper हो गया. If you are staying in America for many years, too long, you know about American culture, what, where, and how everything, then that is called the application part, right? Wherever you live, maybe the city, you know each and every part of that city. You know which product we will get, where it is costly, where it is cheap. Everything we know. That is an application part. So everything, even about a person also, you know, there is a knowledge part. If you go into deep of that, sometimes maybe a student joined in your class, so you just know his name, he's coming from so and so place, that's a knowledge. Then slowly you are talking to him, you are understanding him, that is understanding level. And in future, when you come very much closer to him and her, and you are trying to change him, even he or she is going through some problems, you are guiding them, you're counseling them, that is an application part. So every aspects of learning, whether it is about place or person or things or whatever, even a machine also, right? We have different levels of learning. That is called knowledge, understanding, and application. Is it clear now so far? Hello?
Yes, of course, sir.
Okay. Now, levels of learning and assessment. These levels of learning we can see even in our assessment. Assessment means when we set question papers, when we examine the students, we check the different levels of learning. See the knowledge part of question. See, like if you are asking a question about what is the full form of UNESCO, the students may say that United Nations Education, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO. That's you are testing his or her knowledge. UNO, United Nations Organization. What is the full form of OPEC? Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries. So here you are just testing the knowledge. What questions are dealing with knowledge? When is dealing with the time? This is also again knowledge. When was Gautam Buddha born? Okay. When did Barnasha get Nobel Prize? So this we are just checking it years. पुराने history सब बच्चे पढ़ते हुए ज़्यादा they had to learn years. So we are just testing their knowledge. Where was he born? Where it happened? How? Again, it is knowledge type question. Then how many numbers? How many or how much? All those things are knowledge aspect questions. So if that is one thing. If a question paper only has knowledge aspects of question, if all the questions are of what, when, where, why, how, and all those things, then we will understand the standard of that question paper is not so good, because we are testing only knowledge. Now, there are questions that are related to understanding. Understanding से related भी questions है, इसलिए question paper में आता है define so and so things. Okay, explain और detail में जाना पड़ेगा. Describe, elucidate, ये सब एक ही category के. Differentiate करने के लिए again we need to have question, distinguish, compare and contrast. Compare करना है और contrast करना है ना? What are the comparing aspects and what are the contrasting aspects we have to see. Why questions are always said as an intellectual question in English. If someone is asking why question, then it means the person is asking some intellectual questions. This is what happens in our classroom. Sometimes when students ask the why kind of questions, teachers may discourage. There's a tendency that we should not do. You know, Rajaram Mohan Roy, when he was a small child, he used to ask this question, why? सो इनके पापा उनको बहुत डांटते थे बचपन में, क्योंकि हमेशा वाई 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 सवाल पूछते, क्यों पूछते रहते. So once when his elder sister, that means his brother's wife, Bhabhi, when his elder brother died, his elder Bhabhi was also taken to the funeral pyre because sati system was practiced in those days. So he opposed, and even after that he became a staunch opponent of sati system. Why it is so? He asked the logical aspect of sati. He started questioning why sati is only for women, why not for men. When women die, when men die, women has to jump into funeral fire. Husband dies, wife has to jump. But when the wife dies, no husband jumps into this fire. Why this logic? So he asked the logical aspect of this. So same way, Edison. ऐसा बोलता है कि एडिसन ने 99 टाइम फेल हुआ, and when he tried for the 100th time, he got the answer, right? So all these 99 time Edison was asking why I failed, why it was a failure. So understanding aspect of it. Coming to application part of the question, like in mathematics and all, we ask question like construct a diagram and a diagonal. Okay, all these aspects you study. Construct, draft a CV. In English exams, we ask children to prepare, draft a CV, curriculum wide, or prepare a notice. These all are application part. Write a report, deliver a speech, and many more. So these are the different areas that test the knowledge of a student. Knowledge, understanding, and application. Is it clear? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, see.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now we are coming to how can we achieve different levels. Through effective teaching pedagogies, we can achieve teaching. So this level, effective teaching pedagogies. Effective teaching pedagogies means pedagogy is coming from two Greek word. Peda means children, and agog is coming from a similar to a Hindi word agwai, लीड करना. बच्चों को लीड करने के लिए हमने जो टेक्नोलॉजी बनाया और मेथड्स बनाए, दैट इज कॉल्ड पेडागोगी. पेडागोग, पेडा से आया वर्ड पीडियाट्रिशियन, पीडिया, one who treats children. So same way pedagogue. Okay, so through effective teaching pedagogies we can teach children both with teacher centered and student centered methods. Traditional methods were mostly teacher centered methods. That means in a classroom, teacher teaches. Teacher will be the whole sole responsibility of knowledge. What teacher says is 100% right. If you go 50 and 100 years back or before that, गुरु के गुरुकुल में जाते थे, क्या गुरु बोलते वही सही है. Nobody can disrespect Guru, though nobody can disobey Guru, though nobody can cross question Guru. There was a time like that also, but it was not so in ancient time. There was different. So here even in our, maybe many of us have studied in such schools where teacher speaks and students even can't they move. If they move, then it is a question of discipline, right? So teacher-centered method. Another one is the modern classrooms mainly adopt student-centered method. Modern times, students are not getting the knowledge only from teachers. They get knowledge from internet. They get knowledge from YouTube, right? Wikipedia, many aspects they get knowledge, right? So now teacher is not the whole sole responsibility of. So now modern time, the role of the teacher has changed. That's the reason nowadays we call teachers as mentors, facilitators, tutors. We are just guiding them. Now the role of the teacher has gone to more into guiding type. Okay, so these methods we can use for achieving more knowledge, more different levels of learning. Another one is participatory learning. Participatory learning means in a class when a teacher teaches, he can involve more students. Suppose maybe a computer program, a computer teacher is teaching a computer program. So students are there. Sometimes there are students who knows computer better than the teacher. He knows, maybe suppose you might have, you are teaching a Python, maybe language, So Python, the student might have already studied. He must be an expert in it. So you can involve such students for our teaching purposes. Or else, if you are explaining about a village scenario, a village a sociology teacher is explaining about a rural society. So teacher has never lived in village. He was a man who was born and brought up in a city. But in his class, there are students who are coming from villages. So you can use their knowledge. You can share their knowledge. Ask them to share their knowledge also, so that learning can be more effective. And last one, learning by doing. Already I have said learning by doing. This role play is also a method that we use, learning by doing. Right? Now, there are different methods that we use for our teaching. Teaching में हम अलग-अलग methods use करते हैं. The first method is lecture method. Lecture method, everybody knows. This is a very traditional method. Teacher is standing and teaching, and we are called even lecturers also. So we just stand and explain the things, and others just listen. Here, the role of the teacher is very important. Students are most of the time very passive listeners. So lecture method, so traditional method, again we can use. Demonstration method, especially laboratory and all things, we mainly use demonstration method, scientific experiments. And there is one more method, it is called lecture cum demonstration method. Okay, this is another category. Group assignments we give to our students, that also will help them to have a team spirit, come together and learn the things. Case studies, already you have gone through case studies yesterday. I hope you had a session on case study yesterday, and you might have got all the clarification on that. Coming to group discussion. Group discussion is very effective, especially when we take a topic, and this again help the students not only for learning the subject but also for communication aspects. So group discussions, and there should be proper moderation by teacher or someone who is moderating it, and the proper guiding and taking and discussing the different aspects of the topic. I think group discussion we have tomorrow or day after tomorrow. And seminars and conferences, you know already. Case study again, by mistake I have put again. Brainstorming sessions, you know, yes. Industrial visits, by visiting different industries or different places, we get a lot of right. And another one is role play. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Absolutely audible.
Okay. So last one is role play. So role play is the thing I want to explain now. So what are the different types of role plays? That's what I'm going to say. First is enactment of stories. Role play mein different things we can use it in role play. First one is enactment. Stories को क्या कर सकते हैं? Enact कर सकते हैं, act कर सकते हैं. Plays के maybe a famous drama, maybe a famous drama of Shakespeare, Macbeth, or any other Ibsen's Doll's House, any drama you can enact, stage performance. That is one role play. Second one is enactment of personalities. Suppose you want to act as a personality, maybe of Nelson Mandela or Gandhiji, or any famous personality you want to enact. That is another role. Enactment of speech. Like you know that in Chicago, Swami Vivekananda's the famous speech in the World Parliament of the Religion, spoke. And this is most of the time in National Youth Day, students enact the speech exactly as what he has spoken on the stage, he enact. Okay, so that is enactment of personalities. Speech. Then enactment of life situations. You know, in Japanese schools and Mexico, most of these countries, life situations को बच्चों को enact करके सिखाते हैं. Like I was seeing one video from Japan where there in a classroom teacher is teaching children one as if they are sitting in a bus. So one student is the driver, so he drives, and on the way, not exactly bus, they are sitting, putting the chair like a bus, and they are sitting, and behind the driver there are many seats, and the other side also there are seats. So what he does, he's driving the bus. When he sees the people on the road, he stops. This bus is full, all the seats are covered, full. Now an old man came. So one student from the bus, he stood up. ओल्ड मैन को जगह दे रहा है. तो थोड़ी देर बाद एक प्रेग्नेंट वुमन आती है. So what he did, another person gets up and give ways to this woman. So then see, like that, in different station, different people comes. So what the ultimate purpose of this enactment, because life situation, there are life situations like that, morality, manners, ये सब बच्चों को सिखाने के लिए role plays, life situation. Now coming to enactment of occupation, there is an exam called OET, Occupational English Test. If you want to go UK or Ireland or other countries, is tests के through जाना पड़ेगा, OET. So when they go for this interview, OET exams, they just ask, suppose you are a nurse, they just ask that the patient who is suffering from very much pain, how do you give injection? How do you talk to him or her? आप बताओ. So occupational related role play करके बताना पड़ेगा आपको. Suppose you are acting as a nurse and someone is acting as a patient, and that is called again enactment of occupation. Suppose most of the time when you go for आप interview में जाते हो, आपने देखा होगा मैनेजमेंट वालों को ज्यादा पता होगा. when they go for an interview, then कभी आपके हाथ पे एक पेन दे देते हो, बोलते हैं कि sell this pen to me. Okay, this is also kind of role play. Then enactment of issues, corruption is an issue, इसको भी like करके बताते. Then women issue, बेटी बचाओ बेटी पढ़ाओ. Okay, then other life situations also people enacted, that is enactment of issues. Now purpose of role play की purpose क्या, क्यों लोग role play use करते हैं, method is used. First purpose is, there are 4 E in that, education. Education में role play बहुत important है. That is the first thing, we use role play in education. Second one, edification. Edification का मतलब ये है कि आगे हमारा जो बढ़ावा के लिए, okay, when to correct ourselves, to move ahead, that is another. Third one is entertainment purpose, also we use role play. Then experience, for sharing, getting an experience. Students को भी कोई chapter पढ़ाया, वो chapter के experience share करने के लिए we use it. Now coming to didactic in nature or didactic in nature. That means teaching purpose. Didactic is coming from the Greek word didad, close. That means teacher, teaching purpose. Next is learning life skills. Life skills, there are different life skills like decision making skill, critical thinking skills, communication skill. Okay, all these skills, leadership skills, all these skills, if you want to learn, yes, students have to have this role play. Then coming to learning social skills. So कोविड के समय एक बहुत बड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम था कि कैमरा में टीचर पढ़ा रहे या ऑनलाइन पढ़ा रहे, बच्चे कैमरा में छुपे हुए रहता है. So what happened? They are unable to mingle with people. Neither they are mingling with their classmates nor with their teacher. So what happened? Slowly it is affecting their communication also. Social skills. बच्चों को दूसरों के साथ मिक्स करना, mingle up करना, ये सब नहीं आता. Actually, when you are going to a classroom, you are not only learning their language or arithmetics or not like that. You are learning even how to cooperate with others. कभी-कभी fight भी होता है. How to manage fight, how to fight, how to control yourself, how to control your anger. Everything you are learning when you are in a team. So social skills के लिए भी role play मदद करता है. Learning language skills. Yes, language subject में role play बहुत extensively use होता है. So use करता है. So you can, we can use for learning languages. Last one, enhance teaching strategies. Teaching strategy को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए. Okay, so these are the different. Now we are coming to steps in role play. Role play में क्या क्या चीज को ध्यान रखना चाहिए. सबसे पहले planning phase. कोई सा भी role play अगर हम क्लास में करना चाहते हैं तो इसको properly plan करना पड़ेगा. If you want to do an effective role play, plan first. What you are going to do, when you are going to do. Maybe it may be doing after 1 week or 2 weeks. प्लान पहले करना पड़ेगा, बच्चों को पहले रोल देना भी पड़ेगा. Okay, planning what they have to enact so that they can also get ready for that. Implementation, once you prepared every the things, now you have to implement. Plan हो गया, now उसको implement करना. Okay, you have to get into it and you have to prepare full script. Yeah, then finally you are implementing it. Stage में final perform कर students के सामने और बाकी classmates के सामने. That is, and finally it is evaluation phase. Here teacher has a very important role. Teacher evaluate all these, in all these things teacher has a very important role. Teacher just check whether it has gone good or bad, this quality, what the students have to take care of it, the correction part, and next time the feedback, everything it is. Now prerequisites of a role play. Role play में क्या क्या चीजें जरूरी है, वो जरूरी. First one is movement of limbs and expressions. जैसे physical. भरत मुनि के जो नाट्य शास्त्र इसमें नाटक के बारे में भी बता रहे हैं, नृत्य के बारे में भी बता रहे हैं. So what he's saying that first important request, same thing is here also we find movement of limbs and expressions. Getting my point? So आंगिका अभिनय कहते हैं इसको in Indian language. आंगिका अभिनय. That means physical movements. When you are playing, when you are acting, or physical movement on a board. Second thing, effective dialogues. Dialogue is a conversation between two people. इसको भरत मुनि कहते हैं वाचिका अभिनय, वाचक बोलना. Okay, that is वाचिका अभिनय. Effective dialogue is very much important. If they don't have an effective dialogue through message, we cannot convey the message. So that is effective dialogue. Third one is histrionic expression. That means psychological. कोई कैरेक्टर अभी एक्ट कर रहे तो कैरेक्टर की आपके मन में वो कैरेक्टर को पहले बिठाना बहुत जरूरी है. सपोज समवन इज एक्टिंग एज ए बेगर, सो उनको असली में ऐसे लगना चाहिए यस मैं एक बेगर हूँ, वो फीलिंग उनको लाना पड़ेगा इसके. समवन इज एक्टिंग एज ए मैड पर्सन, दैट फीलिंग शुड बी देयर. नकली नहीं होना, रियल नहीं होना. दैट इज व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड histrionic expressions. And okay, and इसको कहते हैं भरत मुनि ने नाम दिया था मानसिक अभिनय. ओके, आंखिका अभिनय, वाचिका अभिनय और मानसिक अभिनय. और लास्ट वन इज आहार अभिनय. आहार अभिनय मीन्स कॉस्ट्यूम्स. कोई सा भी स्किट के लिए आप बच्चों को तैयारी कर रहे हैं, रोल प्ले के लिए आप तैयार करते हैं, फाइनली व्हेन दे कम विद फुल कंप्लीट कॉस्ट्यूम एंड ड्रेसअप, इसके इफेक्ट बहुत ज्यादा पड़ता है. Right? Are you all getting?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is prerequisites for a role play. Now I'm just going to explain a few things. I cannot explain everything because there is a time constraint. So the famous drama Julius Caesar. So Julius Caesar के कुछ पार्ट में थोड़ा सा हमारा रोल प्ले के लिए कैसे यूज कर सकते हैं मैं बताना चाहता हूँ. So Julius Caesar is one of the famous historic play written by Shakespeare. इसके जो first act में there is a scene that Caesar was the first Roman emperor. He was the first emperor. So he actually Romans became powerful during the time of Julius Caesar. सीसर के पहले ग्रीक एम्पायर चलता था. सो ग्रीक के बाद बॉम्बे करके एक रूलर आ गया. वो रूलर को डिफीट करके सीसर क्या बन रहा है, एक नया एम्परर बन गया. सो आफ्टर फ्यू डेज देयर वाज अ कोरोनेशन सेरेमनी. कोरोनेशन माने मुकुट पहनाने वाला सेरेमनी. सीसर के मुकुट पहनाने वाला सेरेमनी था कैपिटल में. कैपिटल माने कि जो सेनेट में, रोमन सेनेट. तो डेट फिक्स हुआ था. So Caesar was going for that, for coronation ceremony. पर इसके एक दिन पहले रात को सीसर की वाइफ मना करता है सीसर को जाने के लिए. बोलता है कि यू डोंट गो. आज आप ये महल से कहीं नहीं जाएगा, बाहर निकलेगा ही नहीं. बिकॉज सीसर इज स्टॉप्ड बाय हिज वाइफ. कलपूर्निया नाम है. The wife of Caesar is Calpurnia. So Calpurnia says to Caesar that you should not budge an inch from here today, because she had a bad dream, a nightmare. What she saw? She saw that in the sky, the heavenly bodies were fighting. A lion was roaming in the capital of Rome, and people were coming and washing their hands in the blood of Caesar. Right? So Calpurnia understood that something bad omen is going to happen. मेरे husband को कुछ होने वाला है. So she is requesting Caesar to not to go out of this. So Caesar is very much confident. Caesar is saying that no, I will not listen your word. I have to go out. Right? क्यों? Because I don't fear anyone. He even says that I don't fear danger. Both danger and I are born on same day. But danger cannot stand before Caesar. Danger can stand only behind Caesar. तब सीसर की वाइफ बोलता है कि yes, your wisdom has consumed in confidence. बोला कि आपकी पूरा बुद्धि शक्ति बहुत ज्यादा आत्मविश्वास में क्या हो गए, पिघल गए. आपको बुद्धि नहीं है अभी. Okay. Again, Caesar is saying that cowards die many times before their death, but valiant taste only once. Caesar बोलता है कि मतलब डरपोक अपने असली मृत्यु के पहले बहुत बार मरता है, लेकिन जो बहादुर को सिर्फ एक ही बार मृत्यु होता है. सो इधर की जो डायलॉग डिलीवरी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. डायलॉग सीखना, अगर हमको रोल प्ले करना है ये पार्ट, तो क्या हो, इधर डायलॉग मतलब बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग होना चाहिए. आगे भी इस प्ले में फिर सीसर के मर्डर होता है. सीसर गोज टू कैपिटल. दूसरे लोग सीसर को बहुत मस्का मार के लेके जाता है एंड दे स्टैब सीसर. बहुत सारे लोग सीसर को स्टैब करता है. एंड दैट देयर वाज अ फेथफुल फ्रेंड ऑफ सीसर, उनका नाम है ब्रूटस. ब्रूटस भी स्टैब करता है. वो देख के सीसर बहुत आश्चर्य हो जाते हैं. एट टू ब्रूटस, ब्रूटस तुम भी कर रहे हो. सो दैट वे this play, okay. And again there is the speech of Brutus, this is speech of Antony. All those things we can enact and show. बच्चों को ये सब सिखा भी सकते how to enact this part. But when we enacting, the costumes of Romans type होना चाहिए. रोमन जमाने के. देखो ये सीसर के मर्डर का assassination. Assassination means a planning. So if you are acting this Julius Caesar sorry. Okay, sorry, I'm reading. The costume type should be of ancient Rome. If we use the modern type of dress, no, it will not match. So time को उस समय मूवी में भी ये यूज करता है. Okay, we need to present that dress. Then another story I'm going about Bernard Shaw. Bernard Shaw की famous play है Pygmalion. Pygmalion is a popular play of Bernard Shaw. It's a classic, one of the world classics. So in that, here the story is different. Night time, it's a Covent Garden vegetable market, London, of 19th century. लंदन में की कहानी. Covent Garden vegetable market में एक बस से लोग आके उतरा और they are waiting for a taxi. एक टैक्सी के लिए लोग इंतजार कर रहे हैं. So there are two people. Okay, there's a professor, उनका नाम है Higgins, और उनके साथ एक दूसरा आदमी है कर्नल पिकरिंग. इसके अलावा whom we see on the stage, एक मदर और उनकी एक बेटी और एक बेटा, सब वेट कर रहे हैं टैक्सी के लिए. तब फूल बेचने के लिए एक लड़की आती है वहां. ओके, a village girl must be. She came there to sell the flowers. लड़की को देखे, she is beautiful, but her appearance is very shabby, ganda, and her way pronunciation also not very good. So there is a professor here. I already told you, Professor Higgins. Professor Higgins is standing there and writing all the things. लोग कैसे बातें कर रहे हैं, क्या बातें कर रहे हैं, सब Professor Higgins एक पेपर में लिखते जा रहे. So people thought that yes, he is a policeman. Professor Higgins एक policeman होगा. So what happened after some time when he sees people बात करना ही बंद कर लेते हो, डरता है उनसे, thinking that he's a policeman. But actually he's not a policeman, he's a professor. He's a professor of linguistics, language की professor. And he make a bet, एक शर्त लगाता है, कर्नल पिकरिंग करके आदमी से एक शर्त लगाते हैं कि ये लड़की जो फूल बेच रही हो ना, इसको मैं इतने समय के अंदर एक डचेस बना दूं. डचेस माने एक राजकुमारी जी. So they make the bet. Finally, they take the girl her their home, and उनको एक बात देता है, ask her to cut her hair, wear fashionable dress. उनको पूरे तरीके से लड़की को change करता है. And he started teaching this girl. First, he tried to teach her the right pronunciation. इसके लिए he makes marble into small pieces. तो एक एक टुकड़े इनकी मुंह में डालता है और उसको सिखाता है ऐसे. Yes, this is the right way of pronunciation. So if she's not pronouncing, again he puts more marble pieces. That way, day and night, he's giving training to this girl. And one way Barnacha is making fun of the modern education also, where students are not at all interested. Teacher is a kind of forcing here. And why teacher is forcing? Just not to get the student, not this girl to become a very good person, but just for his power and prestige. Okay, and that we see today also. So McMally, finally what happened? Yes, train karke, once when she goes for the party, people recognize her as a duchess, and they are so much surprised to see that yesterday तक ये फूल बेच रही थी, पर अभी देखो वो standard लड़की. This drama is a kind of satire that the present day education only focusing on the outward change, not the inward change. बाहर के change को सब लोग बहुत ध्यान दे रहे हैं, not the changes that is happening. So this play also we can use as a क्या बोलते हैं role play. But here the costume is different. This is modern time, not like Roman time. So modern time में आते वक्त yes, the costume इतने ज़्यादा decoration की ज़रूरत नहीं. Yes, modern costume काफ़ी है, and इस way you can use it in a role play method. And apart from that, other methods भी हम use कर सकते हैं. जैसे कोई stories, कोई incidents, कोई dowry related cases, कोई drug consumption के ऊपर, smoking, even other subject like commerce and management also you can use. Maybe life cases you can use, right? So that's all from my side. Now it is the time for question and answers. And if you have any question, you can ask. I think it's clear to you. Hello? Yes?
Participants, if you have any queries and questions, please go through that.
Yeah, any question if you have, you can. Yes. Vinod ji has raised his hand. Yes, you can.
Is it audible, sir?
Yes, it's so perfectly audible.
सर ये जो क्लास टीचिंग वगैरह में ये बाय द रोल प्लेइंग मेथोडोलॉजी अप्लाई कर सकते हैं, बट हाउ इट इज एप्लीकेबल इन पर्पस ऑफ एग्जामिनेशन पर्पस? इज इट सुटेबल?
Examination. Yes, examination purpose. I didn't say that we can use examination in. We can use exam role play in examination. That I didn't say that. What I say that suppose आप एक चैप्टर पढ़ाए बच्चों को, ना?
राइट.
तो एक चैप्टर आप पढ़ाने के बाद मैं जस्ट एक एग्जांपल दे रहा हूँ. There is I was just going through a story that was taught in a smaller classes, ना? एक हाथी के बच्चे की स्टोरी है. बुक्का करके एक हाथी के बच्चा था. So what he does is he was so mischievous in a jungle, ना? So जंगल में बहुत mischievous था. So क्या करते थे जंगल में कई चिड़िया घोंसला बना के रखते थे, घोंसले को तोड़ देते थे, और हिरन वगैरह जंगल में रहते उनको डराते हैं, और दूसरे जो स्मॉल स्मॉल जानवरों को सब बहुत डराते रहते थे. सो व्हाट हैपेंड, ये सब ये स्टोरी में बताया है ना. सो दिस स्टोरी के अंदर एक हाथी के और इसके कारण ये जंगल के कोई भी दूसरे जानवर इसके साथ दोस्ती नहीं कर रहे, बिकॉज ही सो नोटोरियस. एंड इनके जो पेरेंट्स है, सो पेरेंट्स क्या करता है, पेरेंट्स के पास बहुत कंप्लेंट आते हैं, आसपास के लोग, बच्चे, चिड़िया, ये सब, बिकॉज इट्स ए स्टोरी. सो कंप्लेंट्स आता है. सो स्टोरी पूरा पढ़ने के बाद व्हाट द टीचर डिड इज, एक स्टूडेंट को सामने लेकर आए. ही सो मिस्चिफ, क्लास की थोड़ा बहुत एक मस्तीखोर बच्चा है. सो एक क्लास में दो ग्रुप बनाए. वन ग्रुप इज ये बच्चे को और बिगाड़ने वाला, और दूसरे लाइन में बच्चे को खड़ा कर दिया कि उसको सुधारने वाला. सो दो लाइन बनाए. सो एक लाइन में क्या किया, दिस चाइल्ड इज गोइंग टू द फर्स्ट वन, और पहले वाला उनको और बिगाड़ने के लिए कुछ कुछ सजेशन देता है. इसके बाद ये बच्चा जाता है दूसरे साइड में. सो वहां बोलते नहीं बेटा तुम ऐसा मत करो, बहुत गलत काम है, दूसरे लोगों को भी जीना है, तेरे को अकेले नहीं. सो जैसे अलग अलग ऐसे 6, दोनों साइड में 6-7 लोगों को रखा. सो when they are speaking this, when they are saying this, when they are giving this kind of advice to this elephant baby, finally elephant baby realizes that no, he should be good, and he realized to transform himself. So what I'm saying that just a small story what we have taught in a classroom, when we do it through a role play, we can communicate the deeper meaning. That is the purpose of using the role play in classroom. And the examination part I didn't say, I was just telling that in examination we test different levels of learning, like knowledge we test, understanding we test, and application part also we test. And there are more than that, there is analyze part. Okay, even research and all, if we go, we are going analyzing and more deeper into that. That is the reason people do research. But what I'm saying that this part is very much useful, because our learning is not just stick to learning, knowledge. Our learning is not just sticking to knowledge, but it should go to understanding and application.
Thank
I
you,
hope
sir.
it is clear to you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Yes.
I just wanted to know how the understanding role play methodology for innovating teaching will be applicable to food technology or food biotechnology field.
Madam, can you repeat the question once again?
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yeah, yes, you are audible.
Yes. Okay. How this topic can be applied in the field of food technology or food biotechnology?
So, first of all, I'm not very much aware about your course, what is there in your syllabus, because my stream is entirely different.
Yes.
So, because we mainly use in language subjects, okay, and here maybe there may be areas that is helpful. There are some methods that you can use in your subject also, maybe related to demonstration, maybe a case, even the market strategies and all. Like even in management subject and all, we use this case role play. Like before students, you are teaching management students, so you want to teach the kind of consumers behavior towards a certain product or certain things. So students there are different types of consumers you are presenting before them. So क्या होता है, when you are presenting different types of consumers before them, maybe sometime consumers will be very rude, some other there may be some Indian type of consumers, and some other time they are very bargaining type of consumers. So when you are giving a kind of role play in that classroom, yes, automatically it will help the students to face the realities of the life. And think the same thing can be applied with your food technology and in your course also, I hope.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Is there anyone else? I think someone had already raised their hand. Anyone else with a question? Hello.
Is there anyone who want to ask any question?
Any questions or any doubt which you were clear or hello? I want to
Hello.
yes.
Yes, sir. My name is Ramya, sir. I am from Kerala.
Okay.
Sir, I don't have any question, but I just want to say something about this session, sir. Actually, it was very interesting uh, because I am also from the literature field,
Yeah.
Hindi literature. So this is very useful session to me because we are also studying dramas and poems and etc. In our classrooms. So sometimes we apply these things, acting method, another group discussion. Uh, uh, बच्चों को हम सिखाते हैं सर through this method.
Okay.
So hearing you, it is very I like this session. Very honored. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So I just want to ask one thing. You are a literature student.
No, sir. I'm a teacher. Hindi literature. Teacher.
Hindi literature. Okay. Okay. So you are
Kerala.
from
I also studied from QSAT, sir. Cochin University.
Cochin University. So in Hindi also there are many literatures that even while teaching this language and the southern states like Kerala, people need to learn Hindi means role play is another way that we can use for teaching children. What I said is not only for English or other subject, even for regional languages and Hindi. And through communication also, how we learn communication through practice we learn. I
Yes,
think
sir. Yeah. True.
nobody can learn English or Hindi or any other language with the help of just a guide or book. They need practice, right? So that
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
practice
Learning
part,
and teaching is different thing, but practicing the language is another thing.
practicing the language is another important area. So when we teach stories, when we teach chapters, and there are some chapters, I think I have also studied in Kerala, and the starting Hindi books, most of the time it begin with Vartalap se shuru hota hai na, conversation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So one or two chapters,
Actually, here we are teaching from UG level, sir. So it's a little bit tough subject, literature, pure Hindi literature based. Even though there are so many topics like dramas, poems, novels, so sometimes we use YouTube or another pictures, films, वो सब यूज करते हैं सर बच्चों को ज्यादा उन पर इम्पैक्ट डालने के लिए बट अनदर थिंग इज दैट the old system is based on examination point of view, sir. So within 3-4 months we have to complete the syllabus, and in between we have to show all these things, or it is not that much practicable. Sometimes we like just lecture method is maximum we are using.
okay. So one thing here I want to say that according to a new education policy, also we need to use these kind of different methods in our teaching. And you know that the teachers who are going for Montessori training, some of you must be Montessori training teachers also. Must have got a Montessori training. So their teacher's role is very important. Teacher should be an actor in way. I should say that smaller classes should be more energetic, and it's not very easy to teach smaller kids also. And college level things are very much different. But what I'm saying that this traditional method again, it's very much difficult because they're using the lecture method, completing the portion. The students are just by hearting the answers and writing. Only we are checking the writing part of the. See, there are four main areas. No? So we are checking only the writing part. Indian students, if they are very smart, means yes, they get very good score through writing. But even our personality is not only with writing, even speaking, communication aspects, team spirit. When you go for a job, even when students go for job, it's not only their knowledge is tested. It's not only their writing skill is tested, their communication skill, right?
Of course.
So our education also should be like that. And one way I feel that compared to state boards and ICSE and everything, CBSE has more this kind of things involving students in role play or other methods, group discussions, projects, group projects, these kind of things. CBSE, when they were practicing this CCE, what is called summative assessment, and this system was there earlier. So earlier they used to practice all these things, but now it's changing. But we can use it. We
Yeah.
can use it different, and this is again the convenience. The school, it differs from school to school. Some schools they have a particular calendar, and calendar ke under they need to complete the syllabus. Otherwise, so teachers run after completing syllabus. It's not only, there should be a balance whether students are getting or not. You know, involvement and learning language, and this also pathetic. After learning so many years in classroom English, students are unable to speak in English. That is
Yes, sir.
also
Yes, sir. That is a big problem of our system, so education system. We are studying, teaching language, but students can handle the language properly whenever it is needed.
yeah.
That's the big problem. True, sir.
Yeah.
So that's a
So
big challenge for teachers also, sir. That's a big challenge for teachers also, sir. We are also teaching them. From my side point of view, sir, I have 9 years experience in this field, but literature we are teaching them, but fluently they can speak Hindi. It's the truth, sir. In Kerala, that's so. Yeah. 2-3 students, okay, but almost students are can handle the language properly. They
and we
can
can
write, they can answer the question, but they can speak fluently. That's the
okay.
big problem.
So we can direct them in different way also, because nowadays students can learn the things from media also, right? Through you can create a WhatsApp group and send some effective videos. Maybe all the things you cannot teach in your classroom, but outside you
Yes,
can
yes,
use it. When they
yes,
have
sir.
free days, maybe weekends, when they are free, you can send some, maybe small, not so much of time consuming. So through that way also you can, maybe there are so many videos available in net also, no? Even YouTube also it's available. Even for teaching Hindi also you can use those small videos. So you ask the children to just watch, so that gradually the changes can come.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for guidance. Thank you so much.
Anyone
Very
else?
precious.
Thank you. I hope no other question. Is there anyone? Yes. Dr.
Uh,
Ramya.
I think no one is there. I think there's no query because you have explained everything so well.
Okay. Thank you.
As time is running, we have to conclude our today's session.
Yes.
Sir, with
Thank
your words and experience, you have proved this quite completely true. That as a leader in education, our job is not to control those whom we serve, but to unleash their talent. If innovation is going to be priority in education, we need to create a culture whose trust is in norm. So the way you used to explain with the help of examples of famous munis and books and Panchnan, that was really fantabulous. No word for that. The session was completely nice. Thank you so much for your precious time and this precious session, sir.
thank
The
you.
whole
Thank
team of RFI heartily thank you for that. Thank you so much, sir.
you. It's an honor. Thank you.
Okay.